Hey, what's up, peeps? Good morning. Happy Thursday. Jazz Broganzo, what's next? Whew. I'll tell you right now, the last 3 days have been incredibly eventful. From memes to boss level moves. And speaking of boss level moves, let's go to our story. This comes out of Outkick. Ron Desantis, yes, Governor Boss from Florida, tells Joe Biden to shut the up and do your job. That was me. I added that in. Holding a press conference on Wednesday, Florida Governor Ron DeSantis used his time on the podium to give Biden administration an honest response regarding the ongoing panic around so-called rising COVID cases and the lack of vaccination mandates in the Sunshine State. As of updating reporting, 50% of Florida has been announced as fully vaccinated, half the state. Out of the Daily Caller, quote, no voter ID, but have to show your medical papers just to be able to live everyday life? The question is, we can either have a free society or we can have a biomedical security state. Florida, we're a free state, Governor Ron DeSantis. Quote, why don't you do your job, asked DeSantis. Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you. Thank you. DeSantis fearlessly pressed to continue beating COVID by allowing Americans to partake in free choice. Meanwhile, Biden continues to avoid the ongoing border crisis, of course, because votes are at stake. Introducing new cases of COVID into the U.S. daily as a byproduct of his flimsy response. Quote, Joe Biden has taken himself to single out Florida as COVID-19. He's facilitating whatever variants are around the world. They're coming across the southern border. He's not shutting down the virus. He's helping to facilitate it. Florida, we're a free state, reassured the governor in his continued efforts to fight the post-lockdown America. As the American people continue to quarrel over the vaccinated and unvaccinated in this country, the unresolved problem at the border continues to stifle any efforts to reduce the spread of COVID. The U.S.-Mexico border saw an all-time high in totals regarding migrants in July, while the border city of McAllen, Texas, desperately searches for a way to slow the influx of thousands of migrants overcoming its population.
Joe Biden suggests that if you don't do lockdown policies, then you should, quote, get out of the way. Well, let me tell you this. If you're coming after the rights of parents in Florida, I'm standing in your way. I'm not going to let you get away with it. If you're trying to deny kids a proper in-person education, I'm going to stand in your way, and I'm going to stand up for the kids in Florida. If you're trying to restrict people, impose mandates, if you're trying to ruin their jobs and their livelihoods and their small business, if you are trying to lock people down, I am standing in your way, and I'm standing for the people of Florida. So why don't you do your job? Why don't you get this border secure? And until you do that, I don't want to hear a blip about COVID from you. Thank you.
Now, my thoughts. You heard it from the man himself. The man is doing some massive boss level moves in Florida, allowing the people to be free. That's my phone. Sorry about that. Excuse me. But Ron DeSantis is 100% correct. The fact of the matter is that the Dementia administration has been a complete and utter failure. A cluster F of failures. From the second he got into office in January 20th, he has instituted more executive orders over nonsense than actually taking care and defending this country. Yeah, let's go after the unvaccinated in this country. American citizens going after states who decide, you know what, we're going to have freedom, but allow hundreds of thousands of illegals to cross this border monthly. And not one time are you going to say, you know what? Are you vaccinated? Oh, no. We can't have that because, like I said just earlier, votes are at stake. Let's move on to story number 2. Speaking of dementia, this comes out of Breitbart. Biden accuser responds to the White House dismissing unwanted touching allegations as heavily litigated. There is dementia, and of course, you can use that picture anytime regarding asking him a question from what color the sky is to what socks did you wear this morning. The White House dismissed Tara Reide's, one of President Dementia's accusers, claims of unwanted touching as heavily litigated during the campaign, while saying Biden has been clear and outspoken about the importance of women. Reide responded to a clip on Twitter showing White House Press Secretary Jen circle back. Oh my gosh, my apologies. Responding to questions from a reporter asking if the White House would support a, quote, independent investigation of allegations into the president, end quote, from a female Secret Service agent, Reide, and others. The reporter mentioned that there was an investigation into Cuomo's allegations. Yes, Biden has told Governor Cuomo to step down because, for the benefit of the people of New York. But yet, this is a man who on multiple occasions has grabbed women inappropriately, has sniffed children, but yet the pot calling the kettle goes after Cuomo and says, yeah, you need to step down. Reide responded by tweeting, "Ask Psaki, did I mention the investigation and litigation? I sure did not miss the smears and attacks on my character during Biden's campaign as I came forward. Was it safe to come forward? I think not." Psaki dismissed the idea of any type of investigation. She said the allegations against the president were, quote, heavily litigated during Biden's 2020 presidential basement campaign. She also tried to reassure everyone in the room, clown, that Biden had been clear and outspoken about the importance of women being respected and having their voices heard, being allowed to tell their stories, and people treating them with respect. Previously reported during the campaign trail, quote, President Biden adamantly denied Reide's claims, leading many corporate media outlets to drop the story. Shocking. Some outlets even wrote opposition research articles against Reide to question her credibility. Hours after the independent investigators' report into Cuomo's claim that the governor was found guilty of alleged sexually harassing multiple women, Biden called for him to resign. Biden told reporters, I think he should resign because, look at me, I got away with it, but Cuomo, you won't. Oh my gosh. My thoughts. Once again, the Dementia administration are a bunch of cluster F clowns. That's what they are. They're clowns. The hypocrisy, the utter hypocrisy out of this administration is beyond levels. When you have Circle Back Girl basically saying, well, this has been investigated heavily, all these accusations against Biden and, poo-poo. But when it comes to Cuomo, oh, you need to step down. You harassed women. You need to step down. You were butt grabbing and breast touching and back rubbing. You need to step down. But when it comes to the old man, oh, he's just an old man. He doesn't know any better. He gets a pass. But not you, Cuomo. You need to go down, and you need to go down hard. And then, no surprise, the left-wing media just allows it to just roll on. We'll just allow it to roll on. And this is garbage. It's utter garbage and nonsense. And the continuation of the dumpster fire that is the Dementia administration. Pathetic. And with that being said, I'm Jasper Gonzo. This is What's Next. Want to see more just like this? Please leave a comment below. Like it, share it, subscribe to it. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a thing. It continues, my friends. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.